the whole world is under my control. When I say the whole world, I mean the great vast majority of humanity is under mind control. Because what is mind control? Getting you to think and believe what an external force wants you to think and believe, thus dictating how you behave. The whole foundation of this whole conspiracy is control of perception, because from perception comes behavior. And how do you control perception? You control information that people receive from which they form perception. So in MK Ultra, that was fiercely controlled. Obviously, that information to create a perception that led to behavior. But it's of course happening on a mass scale with the media and Silicon Valley with its censorship. They want to dominate and control what people hear and see, thus what they perceive, thus how they behave. You know, I've been saying for decades that the whole kind of basis of this control system is to disconnect five sense mind, five sense reality, what I call body mind, from expanded awareness, from, you know, soul, if you want to call it that. So it's like, imagine someone sitting at a computer and you've got the best of both worlds. You've got the computer, five sense reality, the five sense body mind, that connects you into this reality. You interact with it because you're on the same frequency. And then you've got the operator of the computer who's got the big picture. And those two are supposed to interact. So the idea of the control system is to get in that space between the operator and the computer. This is very much symbolic of how this works, to get control, perceptual control of the of five sense body mind by disconnecting it from the influence, the greater panoramic understanding, insight, knowledge, all of it, of expanded awareness. And once people get isolated in five sense mind only, which is the idea, it's the idea of the education system, what passes for it, of the media, all of it, then it's like you isolate five sense body mind, and then you program it through control of the information it receives, so that it takes on a perception without any greater radar of expanded awareness to give it another fix on what's happening. You just turn it into a like a software program of the belief that suits your reality. So any answer, because, you know, people say, what's the solution? I'm not really bothered about solutions. We're drowning in solutions. They lead to more problems. I'm interested in removing the cause of the problem. Because once you remove the cause of a problem, the problem can no longer exist, because it's the reason it exists is gone. And the cause of the problem is this disconnect from body mind directly experiencing this reality, and expanded levels of consciousness, our true big I that should be interacting with this, that is shut out. So if you're going to remove the cause of the problem, that disconnect must be healed. And, you know, you can go all the way down. You could say, what we need to do is we need to start a new organization. We need to have someone take the minutes. We have to do this. We have to protest. I'm not against any of that stuff. But unless this is healed, nothing is going to change. So how do you heal it? First of all, you stop self-identifying your I, who you are, with the labels of human.
Right.
They are experiences. They're not who we are. But if we identify with them, then what you believe you perceive, what you perceive you experience. They gotcha.
Right.
But if you can expand your sense of identity to, I am infinite awareness having an experience called human, and these are the labels of my experience, then suddenly you're self-identifying with something greater. You are connecting with something greater. And as you do that, your potential for influencing the world of human is massively magnified compared with, well, I mean, if you identify with the labels of human, what are you identifying with? Limitation. Because all you see through five sense reality is I can't, it's not possible. From expanded awareness, you realize everything's possible. Where all that is, has been, and ever can be. What is that? Because the five sense mind will say you can't be all that is, has been, and ever can be. But if you are all possibility, all potential, then you have to be all that is, has been, and ever can be, because you are all possibility. And all possibility, that perception, if you can impose that or impact on in your human life in that way, then suddenly you can do things and achieve things and make things happen that others can't, not because you are better than them, but because you have remembered to a greater extent your true identity. If you self-identify only with the labels of a human life, the I am R's, I call it, then everything is focused upon this very narrow band of frequencies we call the human world, which is the band of frequency that we call human is so narrow, it's all laughable. But when your self-identity is that you are an expression of consciousness, infinite awareness, like everything is an expression of that awareness, and that you're having a brief experience, which we call human, within this tiny band of frequency, then what happens here and how people treat you and what the consequences are of what you do take on a very, very different perception. Suddenly, look, whatever they do to me, I am infinite awareness. I am all that is, has been, and ever can be, having an experience called human, which when it's over, I will go and explore forever, somewhere else in this infinity of possibility. So suddenly, people having a go at you in the street, the media ridiculing you, it's not the same experience as if you're in the world and of it, and everything that you perceive about yourself is in the world. What do people think of me? That level of awareness says, whatever you think of me now, you'll think of something else tomorrow.
Right.
So, once you reach that, and this is not kind of elitism. This is our natural state. It's how we're supposed to be.
Right.
When you look at the world from that level of self-identity, what you do is what you know to be right. You don't go through a checklist of, this is what I know I should do, but what are the consequences for me of doing it? Because once you go through the checklist, most people will reach a point on the list where they'll go, well, that's enough. I'd like to do what is right, but not that badly. But to a state of awareness that perceives itself in this expanded way, it says, if I look at consequences for doing what I know to be right, that means I'm considering not doing what I know to be right. No way I'd ever consider that. So consequences will take care of themselves. Doing what you know to be right is what drives you. And so people have said to me over the years, didn't you know people would ridicule you when you said that? And I thought, you don't have to work that out, but you say it anyway. Because if you believe it to be true, then speak your truth. And what happens will happen. But what you know for certain is if you don't speak your truth, then the demons will prosper and will stay in control.